a medical doctor whose gross proclivities led to him regularly walking around naked in his own medical office in front of female staff.
What the? What? She just chilling on a computer like this is normal. Your doctor is butt naked. You gotta neuter this guy. Do him like a dog or like a cat, a domesticated animal. Take his genitalia clean off. Do y'all remember earlier in the year, the dude named Nautica Malone who got caught in the drive-thru with his pants down and no underwear on at like a bikini barista cafe? Bro ruined his entire life and ended up actually ending it all after that moment, which actually marked one of the first cases of the goonicide in human history. Which then made me wonder, what are some of the most crazy gooning incidents to ever take place? Because I don't think this is a one-off case, okay? I think this actually happens a lot more than we may think. So today we're gonna be checking out the internet's most illegal gooning incidents.
As many of you already know, we're living in the middle of a gooning epidemic.
Facts. I like that hat, by the way. Stop gooning. Yes, we are not gooning in 2025 and 2026. All right, we not doing that no more.
Unable to contain their own horniness, some gooners have gotten themselves in serious legal trouble.
Hold on. Before we can't just move on from that clip. Is my guy rubbing one out to the American flag? Are you behind people in a store? What? You couldn't wait to go home?
Some gooners have gotten themselves in serious
That's
legal
disgusting.
trouble.
That's crazy.
Be it for gooning in public, indecent exposure, voyeurism. It's getting crazy out there.
Voyeurism? What is that? Is that like when you take freaking voyages to like across the 7 seas or something?
Today we'll be once again looking at several cases where gooning ruined people's lives.
Let's get into it.
Policeman goons while driving.
Huh? You're a freaking officer. We are having our law enforcement, the people who are supposed to protect and serve. You're not supposed to be serving girth and nut, bro. No.
Gooning on the job is already risky business.
Yeah.
But I'd say in the case of certain jobs, it can be absolutely diabolical if you go through with it. Which brings us to the
You know what? Hold on. What is the best job to be caught gooning? Since he said certain jobs are worse, that means certain jobs are also better. I would say if you're probably like a freaking fast food worker and you just go to the bathroom and you just like catch a little, you know, that's probably the best case scenario. What's the worst? The worst is what? A freaking daycare would be correct. Daycare would be the worst for sure, 100%.
Case of the cop who crashed his cruiser while watching porn. On November 6, 2024, in Sorrento, Florida, police deputy Tristan McComber was driving along in his squad
You just look like the type of guy to do this.
car southbound on County Road 435. And this would be no ordinary patrol.
No way he had his body cam on. No way he had his body cam on. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? The one time you should probably turn off your freaking body cam is when you're, you know, hitting one of those.
Cam footage, Tristan can be seen briefly checking his phone and then out of nowhere, crash.
Wait, what?
Officer McComber, distracted from checking his phone, rear-ended a civilian motorist who was stopped behind a school bus.
Oh yeah, lawsuit of death coming. We are getting that $1 million check.
Uh-oh. But that's not even the worst part.
What?
Frame-by-frame body cam footage analysis reveals, well, he was watching porn on the phone.
There are people who genuinely just sit and watch this like as if they're like YouTube videos. Like there's one thing to watch porn and like get off to it in certain times, but there's another thing to consume it like it's regular media, like it's anime, like it's manga, like it's YouTube shorts. The fact that you can consume this casually while one hand on a wheel, and there's a freaking like video moaning. I don't know why I try to simulate the moan noises to like give y'all a better realistic feel. That's not happening yet.
And possibly even gooning to it.
Okay.
Bro was literally browsing the hub while tailgating a soccer mom and a bus full of children.
He says, I can't control my horny level.
Stumbling out of his patrol car, bricked up and torqued, McComber, or McCoomer as I'm calling him from now on, is clearly embarrassed.
Did he actually say that he can't control his level, or was that like a fake clip? There is no way. Okay.
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
You don't say, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brakes locked up.
Thankfully, the woman was unharmed.
My brakes locked up. The only thing that needs to be locked up is you. Tell her the truth. You were watching freaking Ebony, I don't know, while you were driving. Actually, it probably wasn't Ebony. It was probably like, you seem like a stepsis type of guy. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
And she was actually pretty chill about the whole affair. I don't think she'd be as relaxed if she knew what the cop was up to before he blew the back out of her Toyota Corolla.
Gosh darn it.
While he blew the back, get it? Because like he was watching somebody get their back blown, so he was like.
So backup police would arrive and of course wanted to know why Officer McCoomer rear-ended this innocent lady. This is an audio recording from that incident of him explaining what he was doing.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick.
He got me. I actually thought it was gonna be a serious audio recording, but I locked in for that too. Get this man off my screen. Wait, I feel like he just like sniffed a bunch of coke.
The cop actually lied when the colleagues arrived.
What'd he say?
Officer Coomer told his supervisors that the woman ahead of him abruptly stopped due to the school bus. He said the sudden braking caused his brakes to lock up, and that's why he crashed into her.
I'm so sorry.
Yo, dumbass, didn't realize that your body cam's on. You're fried.
Sorry.
It's okay.
My brakes locked up.
No, it didn't.
McCoomer even claimed that his ABS light had been blinking around the time of this occurring. So, he's implying that, oh, my ABS is messed up, and that's why I slammed into the woman.
Yeah, you're an idiot, bro.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
So yeah, it was wet out at the time, and his story seemed plausible. Nothing would come from this, well, other than the police officer himself.
I can't control my horny level.
Wait, he came from that? The impact? I mean, he did give her a car back shot, so.
But then they pulled the body cam footage.
He wasn't texting before slamming his car into a woman's car.
He was looking at porn. West 2's Justin Shacker got a copy of the internal affairs report and the body camera video from the crash.
When an official from the sheriff's office reviewed the body...
This is such an unreal situation, bro. Crazy part is, I know this is one of y'all. One of y'all would be doing this. One of y'all watching this video has definitely watched corn on the job. Be honest. I know it's you. I know it's you.
Cam footage, they quickly realized McCoomer wasn't being honest with them. Wet roads and ABS wasn't the issue here. A quote from the official: I was able to observe in the top right of the screen that McCoomer was holding what appears to be a cell phone in his right hand. Unquote. When questioned about the cell phone usage, which clearly led to the crash, McCoomer admitted he was on his phone.
Okay.
But said that he was only checking a group chat that had other officers in it.
What group chat is this?
The problem with that is, in the footage, there's literally porn on the screen. So are you saying that you and your cop bros have a gooning group chat?
Wait, actually, that's a whole new problem. Is there like a cop orgy session going on? Is this like a, yo, what type of excuse?
Mr. McCoomer? Investigators got to take a look at this group chat, and well, they found no such pornographic imagery within it, so the Coomer was lying again. They pressed him again even harder, and Tristan McCoomer would finally come clean, admitting to not only being on his phone, but also to looking at pornographic material, specifically, quote, like boobs and whatnot.
Grown man, is that what it was? Imagine being in that situation, bro. The freaking interrogator's like, what were you doing, Mr. McCoomer? He's like, bro, like I was looking at boobs and whatnot.
McCoomer would be reprimanded for lying by omission, as investigators confirmed that the main reason for the crash was due to the officer ogling at pornographic images on his phone.
Yeah.
McCoomer was also cited for violating other policies, including a general order about using a cell phone on the job.
You know, I got a question though. Would they have like punished him less or more if depending on what he was watching? For example, like the crime or the thing that he was punished for was just using his phone while driving, right? So the fact that he was watching corn doesn't necessarily make it worse, does it? Or does it, Like let's just say he was watching like Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay or something. Solo leveling. Would that have changed it? Would that have made it worse or better?
And also not wearing his seatbelt. In January of 2025, Officer McCoomer, now fully exposed as a gooner cop and facing firing, resigned from Lake County.
Yeah, you better.
Turning his badge in shame.
Give me that.
He would join the likes of other gooner police officer extraordinaires, such as the on-duty cop that was in an OnlyFans promotional video. Go watch my other video about gooning if you want to learn about
that. Is that real or was it a skit? Tell me that's a skit. Tell me that's a skit right now.
That guy. As for the vehicle that the officer rear-ended, the driver seemed to be uninjured in the body cam footage, so no big deal there, I reckon.
Okay.
I'd imagine she has a potential lawsuit against the county, considering she was hit by a cop watching porn on patrol.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Hopefully the Lake County Sheriff's Office did the right thing here and paid for the damage done to her vehicle.
I'd assume
Maybe
so.
even hopefully gave her a little bit of extra, considering how fucking ridiculous all of this was.
The only thing more dangerous than surfing the web raw that high surf now.
Our next gooner is an individual who became so reckless with his stroking addiction that he frequently became known to goon for extended sessions in extremely crowded public areas. On March 11th, 2022, around 9:30 a.m., 27-year-old homeless man and self-described male model Blake Rain decided...
Homeless man and self-described male model. Get a fucking job, dude.
To put on a show at the Miami Beach Starbucks
I'm not laughing
on
anymore.
Collins Avenue and 29th Street.
It's not funny
As
anymore.
Blake entered the Starbucks, he didn't approach the barista and order a coffee. Rather, he leisurely walked over to an American flag that was hanging on the store window, produced his cock and balls, and started jerking off publicly.
On the American flag? He came to the flag, and then he came to the flag, and then he came on the flag. Yo, this is a true patriot. This is a nationalist. He needs to serve in the army. This guy... No, actually, all jokes aside, this is crazy, bro. I have so many questions. One, how do you even get hard in this environment? Number two, how do you think this is okay? Number three, what about the American flag made you want to get in this mode? Like, does red, white stripes and freaking stars make you horny, bro?
The man looking rather patriotic as he stroked away.
The man in this video was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior
This is a crazy
inside a Miami
screenshot,
Beach
bro.
Starbucks.
What are you doing?
A customer records as
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, anybody working in this coffee shop, if you're a dude, you gotta beat his ass. Like, you gotta jump him. You gotta do something. I know you don't want to touch him. You don't want to get hands on. This guy's a little weird, of course. But, like, bro, there are women in the area, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're vulnerable, bro.
continue calling for order.
Get the out. It's disgusting.
Apparently stuff like this must happen a lot around there, as the baristas are seemingly just going along with their work as if there isn't a guy shooting ropes in their lobby. You can literally hear them calling out customer names to pick up drinks.
Wow.
Thankfully,
It's another day at the freaking office. Another day in the barista office, bro. Is this what's going on in Florida, bro? Floridians.
Alyssa, the woman who's recording, intervened in all of this madness, chastising the depraved gooner, and did her best to cockblock the guy from his own right hand.
I don't want to ever go back, and it's just...
Can't go back.
It'll always be in the back of my head.
Though I don't know, he might have actually been into being screamed at by her.
It's disgusting.
This sickening public gooning display by our homeless male model here reportedly lasted about 10 minutes.
That's more than me, I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is not something to be joking about. This is actually crazy. That's disgusting, bro. Homeless male model goons on American flag in a coffee shop. Only in Florida, bro.
Eventually, Miami Beach officers would arrive, and they scared the guy off in the process.
Okay.
Officers
They didn't arrest
caught
him?
up with him shortly after he fled. He was seen walking southbound on Collins Avenue. And once he saw the police were on his trail, he took off running. Officers gave chase and ended up tasing the fleet-footed masturbator, marking the end of his Starbucks stroke session.
Video shows police
The Starbucks stroker. The Starbucks stroker is crazy, bro.
trying to take 27-year-old Blake Rain into custody. The police report says Rain ran from police. He's combative while police tase him.
Blake was arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct in an establishment, and resisting an officer without violence.
And now you can be gooning and stroking your shit away with a bunch of dudes in prison cell. Good luck being a male model, because they're gonna turn that male modelness into good use, okay? You're not gonna be the one gooning, they're gonna be the one gooning on you.
After being taken to the Mount Sinai Medical Center to tend to injuries from his arrest, Blake Rain was then taken into custody and arraigned in a court for his bond. Blake was quite nasty towards the judge and almost earned himself a gag order for his unhinged behavior when he was addressing the bench.
The suspect appeared in bond court. Rain was argumentative with the judge.
This is the convict, man.
And tells the judge he works on the beach.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna mute you and you will not be able to speak for the rest of this hearing. Do you understand me?
I mean, who's to say that the guy wouldn't have liked the gag order? He might have been into that kind of thing. In the wake of all of this, Starbucks issued a public statement regarding the gooner. Once alerted to the customer's behavior, our partners, employees, took action and local authorities were immediately called. We want our stores to be a welcoming environment, and our partners are—
Why are they lying? Starbucks, we watched what happened. Your freaking employees were calling out matcha latte for Ralph. They were calling out random orders, bro. We heard that.
Empowered to address
they ain't calling nobody, bro.
Doesn't meet our third place policy. In the future, we will be advising police to tase the fuck out of anyone masturbating in our store.
That's fair.
In April 5th of 2022, it was actually found that Blake had other crimes he was facing in the state of New York. So he was a fugitive and would get extradited back there. Hey, if you work at a Starbucks in New York or Florida, keep your eyes—
So was he like a serial gooner? Does he like serially be touching himself?
peeled for this guy, because if you don't, he might sneak in and patriotically jerk off in front of everybody.
Yeah.
The story of the Gooner Doc.
Now we advance to one of today's—
If I find out that this is a doctor, somebody giving surgery, somebody touching people's balls and fondling them and making them cough for physicals. No, we can't trust anybody, bro. We can't.
The story of the Gooner doc.
Now we advance to one of today's most prolific and shameless gooners. A medical doctor whose gross proclivities led to him regularly walking around naked in his own medical office in front of female staff.
What the? What? The Diddy doctor?
This is Arkansas-based doctor David Deffinet.
And he has his face plastered everywhere like this is normal? What type of doctor is this, bro? You are not in OnlyFans scene. You're not Johnny Sins. This guy got way too excited. You gotta be smart as hell to become a doctor, let alone own your own clinic. And this guy thought, you know what? I'm gonna be naked and walk around while, you know, my entire female staff is here. You gotta be off drugs. Crazy drugs.
A medical professional with over 25 years of experience, and he's had an interesting career to say the least.
Okay.
The doc is no stranger to getting in trouble. In the past, the physician has been criminally charged for illegally distributing pain medications, and even had his medical license suspended back in 2017 due to excessively prescribing narcotics.
So then how would you have your own clinic now? What?
But big fucking deal though, right? I mean, it sounds like your average small town
They just let
American
him back?
doctor, you know? Well, I'm not here to talk about the doc because he's passing out perk 30s to anyone who asks him.
And that's worth talking about alone.
I'm here because he's in the office with his cock and balls out. You see, Dr. David in the past has described himself as a naturist, essentially a head-ass way of saying that he's a nudist. The guy at one point even reportedly operated an Instagram page called Naked Dr. Dave, where he would presumably post about his nudist lifestyle. This page was only the start of unsettling things to come.
He's not even hiding his identity either. He's just Dr. Dave, like the nudist nude. So wait, was his coworkers also like mandatory nude, or was like he was the only one?
It was the first indication that there was something fucky going on with this guy behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And apparently he was unclothed behind those doors.
She just chilling on a computer like this is normal. Your doctor is butt naked. He's swinging the slong left and right. Balls bouncing. And then there's another one right here just chilling as if this is normal. And another one here. This was a routine practice.
Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024. Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board after stumbling upon apparent nude photos of him posted there. When confronted about this, he'd defend himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stigmatize the naked body.
Yeah, okay,
unquote.
buddy.
He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities.
Yeah, we found out.
Unquote.
We found out,
buddy.
buddy.
The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt ball naked.
Nah, that guy's good. He's good. He's good, all right.
But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross. Skeptical, but willing to concede for the time.
Why does he look like the Liver King? Not tripping?
The medical board decided not to take any action against Dr. David. But this situation was far from over and was only about the...
They decided not to take any action based on that? If I'm a part of the freaking medical board and I find out the head doctor of a clinic is nude on Instagram, shaking his meat, flapping around, I'm getting him fired instantly. I don't know about y'all though. Doctors are dealing with freaking patients, children, all types of stuff, and the reputation matters, bro. The same reason why Mia Khalifa can never be a doctor, because her digital footprint is cooked, the same way this dude should not be a doctor because his digital footprint is also cooked, no?
Around the time of the board ceasing their investigation on the doc, an extremely disturbing piece of surveillance video footage would come to light.
It came?
A piece of footage that suggested David was lying about not mixing his at-home nudity.
You idiot, bro. Wait, first of all, how... If you're gonna do this, why the hell would you have the cameras on?
With on-the-job activities. Coming to light in November of 2024, the footage originally recorded all the way back in 2019 allegedly showed Dr. David sauntering around his medical office in Blytheville,
What are you
Arkansas.
doing? I still don't understand how like everybody thinks this is normal. Like he's been doing this, and to the point where do y'all not have like wives or partners? This is cheating. I don't care. This is actually 5 bodies for each of them.
While completely butt-ball naked, the nude practitioner can at one point be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees.
Does he hit a little... What is this problem, bro?
At one point, the nude doctor even goes to interact with the patient. The guy was very much ingratiating his nude...
There's one thing talking to the freaking coworkers that you have that are used to your behavior. But if I'm in a doctor's office, imagine like chilling in a doctor's office, you know, feet up, you're getting ready to get, I don't know, operated on, and a dude comes in butt naked, he's like, you ready for your physical? No.
nudist philosophy into his practice, and it kind of looked like he got a weird kick out of doing this.
Yeah.
He was power tripping, you could say. The shocking leaked footage.
That's true, because he doesn't have anything to be doing in this room. There's nothing in here for him. There's nothing in this room for him to have. There's no office files that he needs to grab. He's just in here just to show people that, hey, yeah, I'm naked, by the way, guys.
Kick out of doing this. He was power tripping, you could say.
Yeah.
The shocking leaked footage was then provided to the Arkansas Medical Foundation by an anonymous tipster. This tipster claiming that the doctor was a disturbed sex lunatic. They allege the guy, quote, used the position of power, sexual grooming, and salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive sex acts.
No way.
One possible example of this is a clip allegedly showcasing the doctor performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women, who is said to have not only been a lab technician within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported
Dr. Diddy, this is literally a freak-off.
Sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman, allegedly. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit sexual behavior and gooning was uncovered, the board, who had foolishly let him slide previously, was now all over him. In Dr. David's disciplinary report, the Arkansas Medical Foundation stated, quote,
the perverse behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder or paraphilia,
which may, in fact, cross boundaries with his delivery of
Nigga, what's may? It may? It definitely does. What are we talking about? It may, in fact, anything. No, it definitely does. He's in the office, shaking his balls. He's nutting on people in the office.
Simply, the interaction with his office staff suggests an entanglement in his medical practice. When confronted with the possibility that the medical board possessed surveillance footage of him jerking off and being naked in front of staff, the doctor played dumb, saying, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I would have to see those things.
He's trying to claim it's AI. Yeah, bro. Yes. No, you're not getting away with this, bro. What happened to the employees and the other coworkers? Like, did they get fired? Did they face any disciplinary action? Did they keep their jobs? And also, did he go to jail for this?
They promptly would show him, and the gooner doc finally realized he was fucked.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
As a result of parading around with his dick and balls out in the doctor's office, the board suspended his medical practice on October 14th, 2024. A hearing for Dave's medical license was scheduled for December of that year, but was postponed. And there's been no new updates that I can find.
Why is he not, like, incriminated? Am I bugging? Like, he walked in on a patient. The patient did not consent to this. At the very least, you can maybe make an excuse for the employees and say, oh, well, they consented and all the above. Coercion and salary increase and something, whatever else. Gotta be some type of crime, right?
Regarding the gooner doc and when he'll be able to practice again. If you do a medical board license lookup for the state of Arkansas, it still says that the gooner doc's license is suspended. And we can't forget about the civil lawsuits, as this guy was violating people left and right in that office, allegedly. One civil suit came from a patient named Carol Ballard. She alleged that the man repeatedly tried to engage in sexual acts during examinations over a period of 18 months. These acts allegedly including exposing his genitals, making lewd remarks, and participating in indecent physical contact. A legal representative said, Dr. David Defini's actions were intentional, deliberate, and served no legitimate medical purpose. Instead, they were designed to gratify his own sexual desires, abuse his position of trust, and humiliate the plaintiff.
Bro, having abusers or predators or PDFs or whatever the hell in the doctor's office is genuinely sickening, because these are like the one people you're supposed to trust with all of your life, you know, to take care of you, to make sure everything is good, and we have them in these positions of power. They're making all this money, and they're smart too. Like,
as a direct and approximate result of these acts, my plaintiff has suffered severe emotional distress, anguish, anxiety, humiliation, loss of sleep, vomiting, physical manifestations of stress, distrust of medical professionals, and other damages that no reasonable person should be expected to endure.
All of this is understandable, by the way. All of this is justified, by the way. And when I say that, I mean like the feelings, the symptoms of the patient, obviously not the freaking Dr. Diddy.
Another lawsuit was filed from a plaintiff named Rachel Chandler, who is a nurse practitioner and a former employee. Though she isn't suing Dr. Dave for receiving unwanted glimpses of his penis, it's over unpaid wages. I think there's no way around it. This one is totally a case of gooning ruining your life.
Okay.
For the love of God, put your dick away and just be a doctor.
Put your dick away, man. Just, bro, I don't know, bro. Go to a nude beach or something. Like, what are you doing?
The car wash foot gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level. loitering around car washes, and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women. On August 29, 2024, police got a call wherein a person claimed
we have all been down bad. But I think I speak for all of us when I say none of us have been this down bad.
a peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona.
At car washes, mind you.
Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate
He's right there.
vehicles.
He's right there.
It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their
The soapy feet, my nigga. The soapy feet of women. What?
cars. While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show
A good
for
session?
several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly want to know about. This video clip in particular shows him emerging from underneath the vehicle when the woman finishes
This is not real, bro.
cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, you know, cleaning and detailing the
Look at this guy just faking it. You were just underneath her car gooning to her soapy feet, bro. And then you have the nerve to act like you're detailing your tire or something? What are you doing,
tire
bro?
of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported.
And it's not like this guy's like a homeless crackhead or something doing something. He has a car in the car wash. This is a regular dude.
Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely upsetting to her, so she went to
Rightfully
the car
so.
wash and asked them to pull the surveillance footage.
Sure enough, going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process.
Yo, shave this, my boy. Take that from me, by the way. No facial hair.
Going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process of calling the cops.
You watched it happen?
He keeps walking back and forth, and you'll see him do that. He's watching to see what she's doing. When we talk to her, she's in the back seat vacuuming her car on that driver's side, and he slips up underneath that front tire. He was out underneath the vehicle for about 5 to 6 minutes, I want to say, and then he slips out and goes to this back passenger tire and is like trying to fiddle.
So, like, how does it even work? You fit underneath the crevices of a car. I'm trying to imagine the situation, right? It's like going under the car. You get one out in 5, 6 minutes. Are you like, what, nutting on the bottom of her car? You nutting underneath of it?
With it, making it seem like he's there the entire time.
The car wash foot gooner would later be identified as 28-year-old Jesse Johnson.
28 years old, bro. You're pushing 30. What are you doing? You look like a
On
fish.
the afternoon of September 24th, 2024, because of his lascivious loitering, he would be arrested. The man facing 3 felony counts of voyeurism and 3 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct. Jesse was held on a $10,000 bond, and if that bond wasn't met, he'd be compelled to wear an ankle monitor, an apt punishment for a professional foot
Yeah,
monitor.
put him on also the offenders list, okay? Do not let him within 5 miles of a school. Do not let him within 5 miles of a daycare. Do not let him within 5 miles of a woman in general, bro. He gotta be castrated. I don't know. You gotta neuter this guy. Take his balls off. Cut it off. Cut his balls off. Do him like a dog or like a cat, a domesticated animal. Take his genitalia clean off.
The reason Jesse did this stuff at car washes was because of an uncontrollable foot fetish, with him even admitting to investigators that he was sexually attracted to women's feet and claiming that he couldn't control his desires.
Wow.
This actually wasn't even his first rodeo in the realm of public foot gooning. In fact, he had been previously cited on numerous occasions for attempting to look at, touch, lick, or come into contact with women's feet.
Wow.
In June of 2016, a Fox News affiliate, Fox 10, would cover one of the man's prior exploits, highlighting a case wherein Jesse was cited for hiding underneath a woman's car in a grocery store parking lot.
So he's a serial foot watcher, foot guy.
And he attempted to touch her feet. The referenced article indicates that this was Jesse's 4th citation for doing.
What do y'all see in feet, by the way? Like, all jokes aside, everything video aside, it's freaking feet. Like, those go on the ground, they're dirty as hell. Like, what are you doing over feet, bro?
Shit like this. Speaking presently, there's no new updates to report regarding this story, but for you ladies out there, next time you take your Camry to the car wash, consider some closed-toed shoes, or at least take a look under your car before you get busy cleaning, because there just might be a gooner under there jerking off.
The fact that women gotta think about that, bro, like, you gotta be careful just in case, you know, you go anywhere, check underneath your car because there might be a dude, you know, touching himself and nutting to the way your feet are. Soapy feet, dude.
The tragic story of the beach gooner.
What?
Our next case is one that starts off rather humorous, but quickly becomes disturbing the more you learn about it.
What?
This takes place on July 1st of 2021 at a beach on Tybee Island in the state of Georgia. On this day, beachgoer Sarah Moss observed a woman laying on her beach towel in the sand using what appeared to be a vibrator, masturbating publicly.
Lady, what are you doing at the beach, bro? She want her thing to smell more like fish? What are we talking about?
Worried that a child might see this, she reported vibrator masturbating publicly. Worried that a child might see this, she reported it to police, who would arrive a bit later to investigate the apparent beachfront gooning incident.
So if you get caught like this as the woman, what do? You just like chuck the vibrator into the ocean to the deepest part so you don't get like your fingerprint caught on it? I would imagine doing that with like a gun, right? Like if you shoot somebody, you throw the gun into like an ocean or a lake or something where they can't find it. But like imagine here, you gotta throw away your dildo.
While she had moved locations by the time they arrived, police found their suspect at a nearby restaurant that was just off the beach. This woman identified herself as Christina Revels Glick. And when confronted about the call they received, she suggested that this was all just a big misunderstanding, denying the claim outright and even expressing that it may have been one of her friends pulling a prank on her. Here's the interaction.
Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
The police officer, were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing? What does that even mean?
What? Like, what were you doing on the beach?
Hold up, I got y'all.
Like, prior to coming here. Prior to coming here.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my towel. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
Who saw that? Oh yeah, you're caught. She could have said anything. She could have said anything. She could have said, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't that. It was something else. She said, who saw it?
A couple people.
No, they didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us that?
Nobody was around. Was it an anonymous call? Is this one of my buddies? Okay, one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies.
Her entire demeanor switches up after one of the cops
She's such a bad liar, bro.
Her entire demeanor switches up after one of the cops asks her to show what's in her bag.
What's in it?
And, you know, the truth would come out. She was getting freaky on that beach.
Is there anything in the bag?
No.
Is it right if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really understand what y'all are.
We're just here because someone called and we're very concerned. Okay.
This is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in I was sitting on the beach and I just okay. Do I get a ticket?
God forbid a stressed out woman play with
my vibrator. I was just sitting on the beach and I just why is she acting like as if that's not a crime? That's not something you can do. You can't do that, lady.
With her coochie.
Okay. Do I get a ticket? I was sitting on the beach.
I'm just a girl who just stressed out and I wanted to freaking touch myself in public while there's children around. Lock this person up, man.
And I just okay. Do I get a ticket?
God forbid a stressed out woman play with her coochie on the beach. Literally 1984, guys. Can't a woman just enjoy herself? With her admitting to vibrating on the beach, she was handcuffed and arrested. In the process of being handcuffed, Christina tried to reason with police, saying that it only took her about 20 seconds to come and that she didn't mean to offend anyone.
I mean, if nobody saw them, they wouldn't have called, right?
Man, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
No way.
They had kids.
What? There was nobody around me.
Christina, the beach goon.
Do this at home, bro. Just do this at home, guys. Like, take this as a lesson. Just do this at home. What are we doing?
Gooner was later charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct.
Okay.
She was released from jail not long after her arrest. I'm unable to find any records documenting a conviction relating to this. In fact, I can't actually seem to find any evidence of her attending a court hearing about this. It's possible that they may have just given her a slap on the wrist and dropped the charges, confiscating her vibrator and calling it a day.
Some freak just took that in, took the vibrator and says, this is mine. This is my ancient relic. Yo, she just got away with that, bro. If it was a dude, you know, going like these on the beach, I don't know if he's getting away with it like that, bro.
Well, you've made it through yet another wavy web surf gooner video.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. That was the most illegal gooning incidents of all time. We talked about the Patriot gooner. We talked about the woman just now on the beach. We talked about the doctor and the police officer. Which one was the worst? Oh no, I ain't gonna lie, the doctor is up there, bro. The doctor, damn, the doctor and the Patriot, probably the worst. After that, it's gotta be the lady. And then the least was probably the cop. But even though the cop was still bad, it just wasn't as bad as the other ones. It wasn't as bad as the other ones, even though it was still bad. He was watching corn, but the other ones were actually like touching themselves or being naked or like doing, you know, weird activities physically. You get what I'm saying? But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. Link me any videos you want me to check out. And as always, have a great rest of your day. It's love you all. I love you, and I'm out.